More Epstein documents were unsealed this week, and this time they actually do contain allegations that Donald Trump did engage in a sexual relationship with one of Epstein's victims. And the real irony here, by the way, is the fact that these new documents that were unsealed on Monday were actually unsealed at the request of Alan Dershowitz because he is trying to discredit one of the witnesses because, you know, he's also facing some pretty serious allegations, which of course he denies, and he's trying to discredit the witness. But in doing so, caused the release of these documents that have this to say. In the newly unsealed documents, one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims by the name of Sarah Ransom testified that her unnamed friend was one of the many girls that had sexual relations with Donald Trump, including at Epstein's New York townhouse. She confided in me about her casual friendship with Donald. Mr. Trump definitely seemed to have a thing for her, and she told me how he kept going on about how he liked her pert nipples, she testified. She then described in graphic detail how Trump allegedly caused pain to the victim's nipples and claims she saw the resulting injury firsthand. I also know she had sexual relations with Trump at Jeffrey's New York mansion on regular occasions, as I once met Jen for coffee just before she was going to meet Trump and Epstein together at his mansion. Now, this report that I have here and the other ones that I've looked for, it does not necessarily say that this was an underage girl. So we cannot necessarily make any assumptions based on that. And of course, right now, no actual charges have been filed against Donald Trump. No lawsuits have been filed against him. This is just what one of the victims of Epstein said during her, deposition is what this was. So now Donald Trump has been directly accused by one of these victims. Again, not charged, not sued, but accused by one of these victims who, again, still remains unnamed. Trump's spokesperson, Stephen Chung, came out and he said, "These baseless accusations have been fully retracted because they are simply false and have no merit." That's not true. These statements have not been retracted. What has been retracted from this specific witness, just so you know, everything's out in the open, she had claimed many years ago to Epstein that she had tapes, that she had made sex tapes of these people. And she later, I think in 2019, retracted those statements because she said, listen, I didn't actually have tapes, but I said that to bring this to everybody's attention, to shine a big spotlight on it, and of course, to put pressure on Epstein. However, she never said Trump was in one of those tapes. So these statements she made about Donald Trump were not part of the statements she made about the tapes that were in fact retracted. So the statements about Trump were not retracted. So that's what it is. And let me tell you, this is actually so bad that even Trump allies right now are starting to panic and saying that Trump has been directly implicated now. One of those people actually happens to be Alex Jones. Alex Jones came out after the release of these new documents and said that Trump has been implicated now. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out, if this plays out, if this has any impact whatsoever on Donald Trump's allies, on Donald Trump's chances in the primaries. But these are some pretty serious allegations. We need a little bit more information, I think. But hopefully, as more and more of these documents get released, maybe we'll get a little more clarification. Maybe this victim will, in fact, come forward, and either confirm or say that, no, this never happened. Who knows? I'm just reporting what's being reported, and that's all we have for now. One of today's video sponsors is Miracle Made. Did you know that your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality? If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by NASA, Miracle Made uses silver-infused fabrics and makes temperature-regulating bedding so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. Using this silver-infused fabric inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long. So you get better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than bed sheets used by some 5-star hotels. And it's designed for your skin. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. Now, I actually made the switch to Miracle Made bed sheets at the beginning of this year, and I couldn't be happier with this product. They keep me cool throughout the night, which means I'm getting better sleep because I'm not waking up all throughout the night from being too hot. You can try it yourself. Go to trymiracle.com/ROF to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code ROF at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/ROF and use the code ROF to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/ROF to treat yourself.